what they would study on Earth, but like the effects of space on it, like a botanist or like a plant scientist would study like how do plants grow in space.
Be like, how are jokes received in space?
Yeah. Or like engineers will be like designing stuff that works in space.
In space.
We always joke about, like, on this podcast about, like, our guests are mostly straight white males.
Yeah, well.
You're only our second female guest ever.
It's like the Wonder White Boys Club.
The Wonder White Boys Club, that's what it should be called.
Wonder Bread.
The Wonder Bread
You're
Club.
Just some bleached dough.
We are the whitest people ever.
Wait, is this mic on now?
It is on.
Oh, okay.
We're going. We're ready to go.
I was waiting for the intro.
Yeah, we try and like we'll talk about stuff, and then we'll be like, okay, by the way, we're starting now. Like 10 minutes in. Like we've been recording for 10 minutes. We were already okay. Well, I'll introduce you first.
You're like, I totally farted. No.
You're like, I farted and I burped and I like confessed my deepest darkest secret. Stop choking on the mic. Okay. My guest today is Kelly. We've known each other for a few years. We first met at BCIT in the radio program.
We did.
We were radio buddies.
Dreams can come true. And
then fall apart and then come back together.
And then come back together and then crash again.
Which is like what I want to talk to you about. Because like you've done, like you've moved away. You've done the radio thing. Yeah. You've quit it. You've come back. You've decided like, I want to change things. And then now you're back in radio again. You work on JRFM. You're on the country station.
I know.
In Vancouver. Like that's a pretty big deal because JR is pretty huge.
It is.
At least among my circle of friends.
You mean Ladner?
Ladner, yeah. Ladner and Langley and other places outside the city.
Big in my community.
Like the 30,000 people that live in this small town. Seriously though, they all think they're cowboys out there and they love JR.
Yeah, well I call them cul-de-sac cowboys. Mm-hmm. But I just feel like growing up in Langley, it's the same. It's the same thing.
It's a similar thing.
I'm not, but I love JRFM. It's a great station. It's not just white males, cul-de-sac cowboys that listen to it.
Yeah, exactly.
They're a very important part.
They're a big part of it. But
I love them.
Well, yeah, be careful what you say because they might listen to this since you're a radio star now.
Well, I don't use my real name on the radio.
Well, you Kelly.
I'm very. It's kind of like a shitty Clark Kent, where he just like has the
glasses on.
I just have like a slight name change, and mine is it's Kelly Chuck.
Oh, that's not bad.
Kelly Chuck on air. Kelly Charles in real life.
It's very approachable, like Kelly Chuck. Like, hey, like I'm on the air with Kelly Chuck.
Kelly Chuck.
Kind of like I could be your buddy.
I could be your friend.
Yeah.
Let's hang out.
Yeah.
Let's get to know each other.
I'm like, oh my god, like we're so relatable.
Yeah. Let's talk. Well, it's the real reason. Well, there's two reasons. One of them is I don't really want to get murdered.
Oh, that's fair. Or stalked or like
stalked.
Oh.
And not that it's been an issue. But another one is if you say Charles really fast, I have a hard time pronouncing it.
Charles.
Like say it 5 times fast.
Charles.
Yeah. You get choked up. I'd be like, hi.
Your tongue kind of gets all twisted inside your mouth.
Well, it's be like, hi, I'm Kelly Charles. And then he's kind of like,
yeah.
And then it sets you up for disaster, so.
I always thought, like, I got a pretty easy name. It's 2 syllables. It's Tim Maine.
Tim Maine.
Yeah, that's it. That's all you need.
You could blink and it's the same amount of time.
Like, I don't do Timothy because there's too many syllables.
No, that's too complicated. That's too formal.
And then you gotta go, it doesn't work.
You're already in a button-up shirt. You can't be Timothy.
Hey, it's a very thin, summery button-up shirt. Look at this thing. It's so light-colored and summery.
No, I feel like you could go to the office and then you could roll up your jeans and just like journal on the beach.
I could go party right after. Yeah, you know?
And then you could go to like an indie rock band.
I totally could.
In some basement.
See, you understand the versatility of my outfit. Yeah. That's what I was thinking when I put it on this morning. I was like, it could be hot outside, but I'm wearing pants, so I want to wear a light shirt.
You're never going to have to change.
I'm never going to have to change because it applies to every situation. Mm-hmm. So you do radio on the weekends.
I do radio on the weekends.
And then in the evenings you do comedy.
Yeah.
Like tonight you said you're going to do a comedy show.
I am. So I do comedy. which is what I started doing when I quit radio.
The first time?
The first time. The first time I quit radio. And I don't know, I just kind of made myself, I'm pretty new to it. Like, I just made myself do a show, and it went well. And then I got some false sense of security.
There we go.
So then I kept doing it, and then I had some real bombings.
Ouch. Well, I mean, that's part of it, right?
Oh, yeah. But, like, I think I was talking to one of my comedian friends, and a lot of the ones that keep doing it, they say that the first time actually went really well for them. So like the ones that last are like, they're like, I'm just chasing this high. Like I was so amazing my first time in front of all my friends and family. Like they laughed so hard. It's so weird when a room full of comedians don't think I'm as funny as my mom does.
Like, Mom loves my jokes. I don't get why you guys weren't there at my first show. It was so good.
Hey, did you see me?
Well, maybe it's like part of like the lead up. Like you spend a lot of time writing maybe your material for that first show.
Yeah.
Just put so much time and effort into it. And then like afterwards you're like, oh man, I can do this. And maybe you don't.
Yeah.
You're not as scared that you're going to fail, so you just go for it.
Yeah.
And maybe, I don't know.
And they're like, you should wait another month and prep. And
well, I mean, that's like, you've done more than most people. Like, most people are like, oh, I want to do this, but I'm too afraid to try it. But you tried it, and like, you actually fucking nailed it.
Like, tried the nailed bombing?
Well, you said the first one, you nailed it, right?
Well, yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, I was really good. I want all the listeners to know I was really good, and I'm a really funny person,
and look out for me in 10 years, because Kevin Hart's going to be a bum compared to me.
Watch out, world. Everything you've been listening to is gonna feel like a Thanksgiving dinner with your aunts. Yeah.
It's going to be so awesome. But like you were saying before, it's a very straight white male club.
Oh, yeah.
Big time straight white male club. Just like it is on the Wonder Boys podcast. Yeah. Just the way we like it.
Just white bleached bread.
Wonder Bread Boys. The Wonder Bread Boys. That's actually not bad. We should get them to sponsor us. Wonder Bread sponsor us.
The whitest podcast in Vancouver.
Oh, it's probably not far off.
It's sponsored by the most bleached white bread in all of North America.
I think, like, I'm trying to think, like, we haven't had almost all of our guests have been guys.
Yeah.
Almost all of them have been white.
Yeah.
Just like
that's
my brother and I who co-host this.
That's the Ladner thing again.
It is the Ladner thing a little bit. And I mean, we have friends who are minorities. Like, we should definitely do more.
Yeah.
But we're just not comfortable with minorities. No, I'm just kidding. We're just not comfortable. No, I kid, of course. No, but like, comedy's a very, very, like, it's a boys' club. It is. Like, you watch the guys on TV, you look at those YouTube videos, a lot of white guys. Mm-hmm. A lot of white guys. And like, I don't know, for women, it just seems like it would be almost 100 times harder just because you're not a white guy.
Yeah, but it also, you can kind of stand out too. Because if you're a female and you do really well, you're going to stand out compared to another white dude that does really well next to 3 other white dudes that do really well. I don't know, just like an example last night, I was one of the only, I think there's 2 females on the roster, but usually I'm usually
just the only one.
Only one, or there's 2, or out of like 12. But
do you think there's a reason? Do you think it's like because maybe women are more...
Well, there's just not as many.
Like, they're afraid to do it? Like, there's definitely the potential. Like, I know a lot of funny girls, but like, do you think they just don't go for it because it's maybe intimidating because there's so many guys, or what? Maybe,
or maybe they have something better to do.
Something more successful.
Maybe they know something that we don't know, and they're like, this is such a waste of time. Like,
all of them are out there becoming doctors or other useless things like that.
Maybe they're just smarter. Well, like, I think females are just naturally smarter than males, and they should probably just stay away from comedy.
They just avoid it. Like, it's not a good idea.
They're like, this isn't going anywhere.
But, I mean, you could get super successful. Like, you look at Amy Schumer. Like, there's this one female comedian I love. Her name's Catherine Ryan. She's from the UK. She's so funny.
She's so good. She's like,
she's Canadian, but she lives in the UK.
Yeah, she's like, I want to do this, but I think I'm going to have to go to the UK.
Yeah, right. So like,
female Canadian entertainment.
Exactly. Move to the UK. Just do that. Like, that kind of, like, ladies like that, they found so much success, and they're so fucking funny. It's like, why aren't there more? Like, there should be more.
There should be more.
Or like Ali
Wong?
Ali Wong, that was it. I'm confusing her with someone else.
You just put a white name on it. That's the Wonder
Bread. It's the Wonder Bread Boys.
You're like, I have to.
We're trying to whitewash everything. Ali Wong is her name?
Yeah, Ali Wong.
Okay, she's really funny.
Yeah.
Like, she's really good.
Did you just give her like an Irish last name? You're like,
I got this, guys.
You're
like, it's okay. We'll make this all better.
Juan O'Hara.
O'Hara or O'Neill.
Ellie O'Hara.
O'Shaughnessy.
O'Brien.
Who else? There's Ellie Kemper. She's really good. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think. God, there's so many good ones. Yeah. And like there could be more though, well, is what I'm saying.
I think the thing is to stick out is what I'm getting is you have to be almost better than the dude.
To stand out.
To stand out, you have to be better.
So you can't just be good, you have to be exceptional.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, well.
I mean, it just means like you have to work that much harder and you have to be that much better.
You have to work that much harder.
For the same amount of success that maybe a guy would have.
Yeah, but the guys do have a lot of competition. And I might be just blowing smoke out of my ass. I've only been doing this.
Yeah, but you got more insight than most people. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. My estrogen might kick in, and I might just be like, this is really stupid in like a year.
And then become a doctor or like a lawyer or something.
I'm gonna go back to college.
I'm gonna go get my communications degree.
Yeah.
Which I've thought about now because like we have credits that we can do that.
Yeah,
with.
we can. You can go to like 4th year now.
Because we're radio people. Smart radio people. Well, like with your radio career, you left BCIT. Like I got a job in radio, and I was doing it for like 3 years.
Yeah, you're really good at it. You're in Regina.
I lived in Saskatchewan. Yeah.
Did the listeners know that you lived in Saskatchewan?
I think so.
Yeah.
Because we every time we mentioned Regina, we played this little song called Regina. It's really good. I'll play it for you later. But
I'm excited. Well,
you went to Alberta, right?
Yeah, I did. Oh. So equally, this is basically to get a job after college because you get this degree and then nobody wants to hire you.
Yeah, pretty much.
And you're like, guys, I'm done now. Like, give me a job. And they're like, no, like you have to leave.
Yeah, you have to like go away.
You're like, go away. Like, just stay. Like, leave.
Just get away from us.
And then you get these jobs, and you went to Regina. I went to Grand Prairie, and it's like Canada's belly button.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I've heard. I mean, like, Regina's cold, but apparently Grand Prairie's, like, it's shitty cold.
It's shitty cold.
It's terrible.
Yeah. I remember I've never felt my lungs freeze, but I did.
A little bit, right?
Have you ever you must have had...
I had, like, something similar, and also I was talking to this guy, like, a couple weeks ago about how, like, I would walk out the door to walk to work in the morning, and then snot in my nostrils would freeze.
Yeah.
And, like, you move your nose, and it, like, hurts to move your nose, and I'm like, what is happening? Because it's, like, minus 40 outside.
Yeah. Well, I remember, like, I had such a... Like, my face just... Like, I couldn't, like, my body could never accept that because the summer is just really weird and humid. Like, you'd walk out of the shower and
crazy hot.
And you'd be dry. Like, it was just this weird humidity. And I had, like, nosebleeds for 6 weeks after I moved there. And then I remember when my first winter, my whole face, like, just chapped over. And I was like, I'm not made for this.
That's crazy.
I grew up near the ocean. I think I might be part dolphin.
I need moisture in my body.
I need to be near the water.
I'm like 60% water. I need to have this.
I need to be.
Well, like even when I came back, like I spent a year in Saskatchewan. I came back and I flew back. I feel like it was December. Mm-hmm. Oh no, I drove back in December. Mm-hmm. And I could actually smell the ocean when I came back.
Yeah.
Like, which is like when you've been away for so long. Like, it comes back to you because you can smell it, but when you live here, you don't smell it until you leave and come back.
And I remember when I flew in, I was like, I smell hope.
It's what happiness smells like.
I think there's bookstores here.
Yeah, oh my God, there's culture and water?
What?
Dare I say it?
A museum?
I mean, it wasn't that bad because, like, I've got to say, like, people in the interior are, like, probably the nicest people on the planet. Because they live through or like not the interior, but like the inside of the country, like Alberta, Saskatchewan,
the prairies. Is
the
that
prairies. That was it. I was thinking like, there's a name for it, but I can't quite find it right now.
I think that shirt's choking you.
It's the cider that you've kindly provided.
Yeah, well, I got more. I got too many.
Strongbow apple ciders, please sponsor us.
Please sponsor us.
We try and get everyone to sponsor every time we mention someone.
Well, you know, this is how I feel because you said that all your guests have been male, and you're like, oh, I always bring them growlers, but then. You go into the female. You brought your podcast equipment over to my house, and I'm providing you with
ciders. Well, this is the best move I made all week.
You're putting me in my place.
Sorry, I mean, like you offered. I was like, yeah, it's very kind of you. I'll take one of them. Well, like last week we did. Well, not last week. It's been. By the time this comes out, it'll be 2 weeks now.
Okay.
We went to see Four Winds Brewing. Have you ever had Four Winds beer before?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we went to meet with one guy named Adam Mills. He's one of the founders of Four Winds. We talked to him at the brewery. And they gave us a free growler. And I was like, you guys are the best. I was like, how much do I owe you? She's like, don't worry, it's on the house. I was like, you are the nicest people in the world.
Sorry, I couldn't give you a full growler.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to imply anything, but you're setting the bar really low here.
I have some old blueberries in the fridge. I could maybe throw that in.
We can spice this up here.
Very nice. There's some spice. There's a spice rack.
Perfect. Well, I was like looking at your Cheerios. You know they have chocolate Cheerios now?
I did not know that.
Like Cocoa Cheerios. Like, do you ever have Cocoa Puffs? Like chocolate Rice Krispies?
Yeah.
Like, I used to have those all the time when I was a kid. They have chocolate Cheerios now.
But Cheerios are supposed to be like kind of like the healthy
I know,
option.
But like...
It's good for your heart. You can't just like be like, let's just fuck this up.
Good for your heart, but like chocolate Cheerios. Yeah. Like, come on.
But there was their campaign for like 15 years. They're like, oh...
Yeah,
for your heart,
like, on the box they had like the heart-shaped bowl and everything.
They're like the grandpa looks like he's gonna die, and then he doesn't because he eats Cheerios. He's definitely gonna die if you give him some chocolate Cheerios.
That kid's that old man's gonna die. No, but like have you ever had regular Cheerios?
Yeah, it's like grew up on it. It's supposed to be good for your heart.
Oh, but it tastes terrible.
Yeah.
They're like cardboard.
Yeah, I know.
It's cardboard milk. You gotta get the Honey Nut Cheerios.
Yeah, well, these I actually like the multigrain ones because they do put the honey on it. And then they're different colors. It's a multicultural kind of Cheerio.
Oh, multicultural Cheerio.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't like it.
On the Wonder Boys podcast, we don't like multicultural things. We prefer straight white male things. Okay.
Like mostly milk in a bowl.
Yeah.
Just white.
Well, like, I want to ask you more about like your radio career because now you're on JRFM.
Yes.
And it's like it's a wildly popular station.
It is wildly popular.
Or at least it is in Ladner because I keep seeing billboards and like the JR truck.
See, all the billboards are owned by Jim Pattison, so
that's fair. He owns everything.
He owns everything. So we do have a lot of layouts to put the posters.
What a guy!
I know. I was thinking someone was talking about like sleeping with their boss, and I was like, I don't think that Jim Pattison would be into it.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of a stretch. Like you only meet him like once every 2 years. As an employee, and it's kind of
like 95 years old.
Really got to make your move. He owns so much stuff.
He owns everything.
Because I interned for a Jim Pattison radio station.
Yeah,
and they made us watch this little intro video. Like, you're now working for a Jim Pattison company.
Yeah,
and it shows like he owns like the Sunripe Juice company.
Yeah,
he owns like a Colport. One in Delta. He owns a Colport. He owns all the billboards like everywhere.
Yeah, and then he donated all the hospital, and
he gave like almost $100 million to the hospital.
Yeah, no, he's a great guy. Like
but apparently he's like this tall. Like he's really tiny.
He's like 95. So
well, I mean, like just like even before he got old, like he's just a small guy, but he's got like huge ambitions. Man.
He doesn't need height. He can just put dollar bills in his shoes. He'd be tall. He's the tallest man in the world.
You see, if he was a lady, he wouldn't be a comedian. He'd be a businesswoman.
He would be a businesswoman, and you know what? He wouldn't take your plain white Cheerios.
Well, that's true.
Tell you to shove it.
He'd like shove it right up your butt.
No, he's a really impressive guy.
Do you like working for his company? Like, is it pretty cool? Or?
I would say it's one of the best companies to work for. I've worked... I don't know. Like, I worked for another company in Alberta, and it was real shitty.
Oh, yeah.
And it was a private broadcasting company.
Of course.
So...
Not naming names.
I'm not naming names. I'm like a word. I'm going to get in trouble, but I don't.
Yeah, but like you don't work for them anymore.
I'm trying. I'm like, how do I say this as unbiased as I can? They suck. I don't know, but I was kind of warned when I was going to go to a small town that it's more about just getting your on-air time, and it's not really going to be a very well
career thing
run company. Like your goal is to get better and get out. Like if you can't get out of a small town, it's probably you, and you should go and finish your communications degree.
Exactly. Well, I got a job at Rogers in Vancouver. Like at first, I was like part time. I was doing like real grunt work, like stuff that no one wanted to do. Yeah. And then they laid like half us off, so I had to leave it. I went to Regina, which like I actually got to work for a really cool company, but it was like you're isolated and like you're not really where you want to be.
Yeah.
So it's like you're kind of shoehorned into like working in these small places.
Yeah.
And unless you like super love working in radio, like more than anything, or like it's not the best.
No, like, and I mean, there are, like, I'm not saying Vancouver for radio is the end-all, be-all city to be in, because, like, Winnipeg's a really great city to be in.
Oh, yeah. Super competitive, though.
Yeah, I know. It's
like crazy.
It's become very, well...
mean, almost.
Mean.
I want to say mean.
Winnipeg, if you're any Winnipeg listen.
I used to apply for jobs there, and it was like, you get these bounce backs where it's like, okay, I won't bother you again. I'm sorry.
But you went to Regina, which is one of the main cities.
Yeah, it's pretty. Well, it's like one of the biggest cities in Saskatchewan, but
in Saskatchewan.
In Saskatchewan, yeah,
it's one of the biggest.
Well, there's like only 2 cities in Saskatchewan.
I was like, what are you comparing to?
Saskatoon, man, it's bigger than Well, actually, no, Saskatoon's bigger. Never mind.
Is it?
I think so.
Saskatoon looks pretty cool. There's all these. I don't know. I see on like MTV. There's all these commercials for.
Well, they got like rivers going through the city, whereas Regina has like this one lake, and it's like that's it.
They have those 2 guys that are the hurricane chasers, and they live there.
Oh, that's true.
So they're making it look really cool.
Oh, they do look.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's like a more modern city than Regina. Like Regina's like this old town that was like there because of the railroad, and like Saskatoon's kind of like we're the new hip Saskatchewan city.
Well, my best friend, he works. He just moved to Saskatchewan to work for CTV.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So I mean, better than Alberta.
Well, yeah. I mean,
but he was saying he's like on his weekends he'd rather be in. He likes visiting Saskatoon because he says it's just really
like drives up there.
Yeah, it's like a dude in your mid-20s. He just says it's like more for him there than there is in Regina.
Regina, in terms of nightlife, not the greatest. There's like 2 bars, and they're not. Well, there's like more than that, but there's like a lot of seedy places. Like it used to be the murder capital of Canada.
Okay,
so it's like stay away from certain areas.
My friend's brother, he's English, and he just moved to Saskatoon, and he said that someone just like beat him up in the mall because he was taller than him. Yeah, like he was just walking through the mall.
Well, there's definitely like a feeling when I lived in like Regina, it was like a little less safe. Yeah, I can say.
Like
than
you would have a different
Vancouver.
Shirt on than the one you're wearing right now.
I would just have a blank, like just a not
a plain like a Walmart t-shirt.
I would have a Walmart shirt. This is like a Levi's shirt or something. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you look too stylish.
It's an expensive piece of shit. He bought that shirt for like $30. What an asshole.
They would definitely call you like a little gay boy for sure.
They would call me a little gay boy. But like when I first moved there, I was there. It was like a month after I moved there. We had the radio station had this event, this Battle of the Bands thing. I forget what it was called. And I walked back to my house from it, but I didn't know, like, the venue where they hosted it was in the bad part of town. And I'd gotten a ride there with somebody, but by the time it was over, I was like, I'll just walk home, and had a few drinks. I'll just walk home. So I walked home, but I apparently didn't know this at the time, but I walked through like the worst part of town. So like there's all these people hanging around like looking at me while I'm walking home. I'm like,
isn't all of Regina the worst part of town?
It's like, what? Why are all these people looking at me? Like, why are they all hanging out? Like it's like 1:30 in the morning. Like, why are they all like hanging out? And it was just like, it was the shitty, it was like the East Hastings of Regina.
I was
like, oh. And then I found out the next morning, I asked someone when I went to work, and they're like, you shouldn't have walked home. You should have like shared a cab with somebody. Yeah. I was like, oh, my bad, bro.
But I'm alive.
I was like, I'm cool now. And plus I got Burger King on the way home, so it's all better.
The line wasn't even long.
It was like me and like one other dude asleep in the corner.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Did you have any bad experiences when you were out in the little, was it Grand Prairie, the boonies?
Yeah. So, well, I was like not quite in Grand Prairie. Like we broadcasted Grand Prairie, but we lived just... Like the way the station was just like slightly outside.
Ew.
Yeah, so it was even like the town was even quieter than Grand Prairie.
Shit.
Yeah. But we used to get some like people. There's a lot of people that like lived in the bushes behind the radio station, and then they would come in and. Sometimes they come and we'd have to lock. We had to get like special locks for the building because sometimes, like, on the weekends, if you had, like, the door propped open, they just come in and walk around the station.
That's so weird.
Yeah. I never worked the weekends, but every Monday, at, like, around 10:30, 11, they would, like, some of them would come in, and they'd smell like they were drinking, like, a hand sanitizer, and they come in, they write on Post-it note, like, Waylon Jennings, 2 moose from Trout.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
What is going on with those people?
But it was like every Monday, and they would always come in, and then sometimes I would like walk out the station, and then I'd be like, they'd be sleeping on the porch, and then I'd just like walk over.
You just like step over slowly.
Well, it was kind of like, it was never really an issue because I was a weekday, but sometimes I'd cover in weekends, and it was a little bit more alarming on the weekends because I'd be alone, and they kind of be like hanging out by outside on the weekends, and I was like, ooh, I don't feel exactly great here. Right. But it was never really a danger, I don't think. Well, it was just kind of like interesting. The only danger is just seeing like there are people that like that live in Alberta that you're like, if you weren't Canadian, you'd definitely be a Trump supporter.
Oh yeah. Like, I was like, or maybe they still are. Who knows?
Well, they probably are, but I've never like met that kind of like mindset before. Like this one guy I worked for, and I don't care. I'm going to talk about it. His name is Kyle. Bleep that out.
His name is.
But we on weekends we'd go to Edmonton because that's like where the books are, like just
all the cool shit.
That would be better. It was better. So if we just needed to get out of the small town life, we just go drive to Edmonton for the weekend.
Nice.
But I wasn't there this one time, but they took them to Edmonton one weekend. And it was during Pride, and the guy was just like, this one guy like walked in with like a satchel, like just like a satchel bag, like which is not a big deal, which is totally normal because they probably want stuff.
People carry stuff.
I mean, not everyone needs to wear a backpack or
there it is.
Just pockets. Sometimes pockets aren't enough, you know?
You have more shit than your pockets can carry.
But basically this guy walked in the bar, he had a satchel bag, and the guy just started calling like this coworker of mine was like started calling him like the F word. They were like, I was like, you don't say that. You don't say that.
Yeah, that's fucking like way too hardcore. Like, calm down, bro.
Yeah.
It's just a bag. Whatever.
It's a bag, but...
Whatever. But, like, now, not only are you a comedian, not only are you a radio DJ, you're also an actor.
Oh, not a good one.
Well, come on. I saw you perform, like, I feel like it was March. Was it March or April?
I think it was April.
Something. It was like some kind of showcase.
Yeah.
Because I took a course at this place, and you took a course at this place, and then I found out, oh my god, you're performing at this thing.
Oh my god.
So I went to go watch it, obviously, because I was curious. I was like, I want to see Kelly do her stuff. I can't remember what your scene was called or what it was from.
Oh, you
guys were really good.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah.
It was kind of like just doing stand up, to be honest.
It was a comedy, right?
Yeah.
Because I was laughing. I was having a good time. But.
Yeah. It was like from the movie How to Be Single, but except we kind of changed it a bit to make it more Vancouver, so we had a Tinder in it. I don't know, and then we lifted off some. Yeah,
it would have been funny if I said like, "Oh, I was laughing. It's a comedy, right?" And you're like, "No, it was a serious drama." I was like, "Oh,
I was talking about like my mother dying."
I was laughing at the wrong time. Yeah. Okay,
that wasn't me.
Yeah, well,
your performance is really good.
I mean, you kind of look at like radio and like comedy. I mean, they're kind of like acting almost because almost. I mean, you're not going to be totally honest about everything. You're kind of like make some stuff up.
Yeah.
Do you make things up about your comedy, or is it mostly like observational? Like, oh, I saw this stick family on the back of this car, so I'm going to make a joke about it.
Sometimes a lot of it, it's based off true stories, but it's not necessarily a true story.
Like bend it a little bit to make it funnier?
Yeah.
There it is.
I'm like, my life is actually quite boring.
Well, it's like people will try and make it look like we do this podcast and try to make everything sound cool, but it's just like, this happens to people every day, guys.
Yeah.
It's like, you don't need to make it seem special.
I woke up, I went to work, it just happened to work at a brewery, you know?
Yeah, it's just average things, guys.
It's just things. I saw this one comedian last night, and he was saying, he's like, everyone calls astronauts heroes, but he's like, they're just doing their job.
Yeah, they're just scientists. And
they're just doing, like, nobody's like, if you're a firefighter, you're like, good for you for going to work today. Like, well,
for astronauts, instead of like driving to work, they just take a rocket.
They just take a rocket
to their job.
Space.
It's like, oh, I'm just going to go hang out on a space station for 6 months. Like, how cool is that, though? Oh my god.
Did you know there's only ever been 100 astronauts?
There's only what? Really?
I know.
Only 100?
I know.
Whoa.
Ever.
Well, like Canada just announced 4 new ones. There's like 2 ladies, 2 guys, and they're all like mathematicians and like astrophysicists. And I'm like, I did a communications program at a technical college. Does that count?
Yeah. Can I be an astronaut?
Exactly. Because they opened the applications for everyone, and I was like, can I apply? Is that possible?
Do they open the applications for everyone?
Well, it was like everyone who was like qualified, people who like are smart.
But what do you have to do to be qualified to be an astronaut? Like, I guess you don't go to college like and take an astronaut course.
Yeah, you don't take like an astronaut thing. I think it's like because there's like different types of. They're all like doctors or PhD in something, and then like when they go to space, they study like what they would study on Earth, but like the effects of space on it, like a botanist or like a plant scientist would study like how do plants grow in space.
And be like, how are jokes received in space?
Yeah. Or like engineers will be like designing stuff that works in space.
In space.
everything working in space.
In space. He's like...
Oh my God. Now we should try and...
We should go to space.
We should go to space.
The Wonder Boys.
I think just you and I should build a rocket right now.
Yeah. I mean, what else are we doing? Hard.
Everything's on Google. We can Google it. Just how do we build a rocket?
Well, I feel like I should turn this around on you because you're also pretty cool. I don't know how much you talk about yourself on the show, but...
A lot, because I'm amazing.
I'm just kidding. Because I'm the best.
I kid, guys. I'm a very humble guy.
Well, I feel like naturally I should be interviewing you.
Oh, yeah, please.
Well, you're voice acting now?
Well, yeah, I've taken like a little bit of a detour because I thought like, oh, maybe I'll do like TV and film and stage acting, and then I was like, no, maybe because I did the radio thing. Maybe it's more of a natural transition.
It is natural
to go into the voiceover like acting gig.
Well, did you keep some of your? Because you were production manager or something.
Yeah, well, I did commercial production.
Do you use some of your own voice though for the clips?
Yeah, we did. I would record commercials all the time.
Then did you save them?
I saved a lot of them. Yeah.
Well, then you should just put that together, make a demo, send it to a voice
agent.
On it.
I'm working on it.
Okay, I'm just trying to help you. I want you to succeed.
I want you
to succeed, Tim.
Thank you, Kelly. I want you to succeed.
Oh,
I want you to. Sorry, the cider's getting to me.
No.
Do you want? No, I took some classes, and it's really cool because you meet these people who are they voice stuff that you didn't know.
Yeah.
Would be voiced by just a normal person. You think, oh, where do these voices come from? Oh, it's just random people who just hide in the back rooms. But they live here in Vancouver. It's weird. They record
everywhere.
Shows in Vancouver, like My Little Pony we were talking about before, or Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
Did you say Rick and Morty?
Rick and Morty is here. A lot of shows are here because I think a lot of the studios for recording are here.
Yeah.
But do you ever look at Google the image of the voice actors and they just
they look nothing like
they just
character.
Look like shit.
They're just normal people who happen to sound pretty cool.
And yeah, they have cool voices, but you're like, this is not what I was expecting. You look like you don't shower.
Yeah,
ever.
You go to work in your pajamas every day.
Well, sometimes you see those, you know how sometimes you see they'll do a improv kind of they'll be interviewing the voice actors, but they film the voice actors and they're sometimes they are in their pajamas.
Yeah, they're just wearing a t-shirt and underwear.
Yeah.
They're not even wearing pants right now.
You're you parked in front of a studio and got out your car.
It's a sweet gig, man. That's what I want to do. I want to go to work in my pajamas.
I just don't want to put on clothes.
Well,
you have a podcast, so I don't feel like you really have to put on clothes.
Yeah, that's true. Sometimes we don't. I've done this podcast in my PJs before.
Yeah.
I'm pulling the veil off right now.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm naked when I do the podcast.
Sometimes. Oh, really?
Oh, ladies.
You never know.
Yeah. Well, right now we could be doing a naked podcast. No one would ever know. It's not a visual medium, so we don't have to pretend.
My roommate said when I was like, oh, I'm going to have Tim over. We're going to do a podcast. And he's like, okay, he's like, as long as he doesn't mind me watching hardcore porn, muted. He's like, that's worse.
It's just holding the screen up right in front of your face. Please put it away. Please, not right now.
He has it on his laptop and the TV.
Yeah. It's stop streaming it to your TV, please. This is the worst.
He just looks at you.
I was surprised by your guys' place, how spacious it was when I got here.
I know.
You said oh, we're living in a basement. I was like, okay, basement's pretty spacious, but this place is spacious.
I know. It's. I live in a basement suite, but it's the nicest apartment I've had in my life.
Yeah, it's pretty swanky. You got the nice cabinets, the nice fridge, and everything.
I know, they don't.
I'm jelly.
Yeah, our oven's not so much, but they treat us well.
They do treat you well.
They treat us well. I think that's what you get for being as far out of Vancouver as you can.
Well, you're right on the edge.
I'm literally right on the edge.
Yeah, because I turned left off Boundary Road, and you guys are right here.
Yeah.
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 It's pretty impressive. But you get you're on the hill, so you can kind of look down at the city a little bit.
No, it's nice.
You see the PNE from here?
Well, the PNE is only a 10-minute walk.
Perfect.
Yeah, so if you want to know where I live and where I do naked podcasts.
10 minutes east, guys, from the PNE. And you'll find her house amongst 100 other houses.
Yeah. And there are children everywhere. Not mine.
That's what I was afraid of when I walked in. I said to you, I was like, those aren't your kids, right? Because we haven't seen each other in 9+ months. So I wasn't sure.
It's been less than 9 months.
Oh, that's true. But who knows? Maybe you weren't showing in March.
But then how would I have 3?
That's true.
And they're a few years old.
Maybe your physiology is just way more impressive than
maybe I always
anyone
had kids.
I've met. Oh my God.
Yeah.
You've always had kids? What are their names? What would you name your kids? Falcor. Falcor.
What would I name my kids? I would name it Strongbow. I think you're right. I am a little bit tipsy.
Strongbow. Name it after the cider.
Dry. 440 milliliters. I don't know. I don't think I want kids, but I have a dog named Tessie, and I'm pretty happy with that name.
Is Tessie here?
Mercy's not here.
Oh no,
she's with her grandparents right now.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Did your grandparents live like in Langley?
They live in Langley. The Langley version of Ladner. The Ladner version of.
Wait. Well, every time I say I live in Ladner, people say, "Oh, I don't go to Langley that often." I'm like, "Yeah, me neither."
Yeah, they're very similar.
It's like I don't really go like similar names, similar kind of
vibe.
White people everywhere. Like when I walk to the store, like
probably more horses in Langley.
That's true.
Yeah,
it's more wide open.
You're talking about the store?
Yeah, I was walking I'll walk to like Safeway, and the amount of like old white people I'll walk by is just way too much.
Yeah,
there's way too many white people.
But you're like, excellent, I'm home.
Yes, exactly where I need to be.
I'm afraid I'm going to sound like a racist in here.
No, we kid about race all the time.
Okay.
It's all in good fun.
It's all in good fun.
We're not trying to attack anybody. I do it at work now as well. I've like gotten to this point where I'm like, guys, I'm running out of material.
Yeah.
My coworkers.
Don't you work in Richmond?
I do.
Yeah, well, that's not so white there.
I work in Richmond. There's a lot of Chinese, Indian, everyone basically is like all kinds of folks. And like we all have fun with like the race thing because it's like, look, we're all one big happy family until we're not.
No, we're not.
No, it's pretty cool. I work at a restaurant.
Yeah.
Because like I'm one of those people who's like wants to be a voice actor and works at a restaurant. No. Not a stereotype at all.
BCIT works.
It does work. Well, it worked for a little while for me. I don't know.
Yeah. Actually, we should talk about that. Like, why are you not in radio anymore?
Well, I was like, it was pretty cool for a while.
Because you got a job in the Lower Mainland.
Yeah, I got one like almost right away. I was working at Rogers Media for like, it was Jack FM, and at the time it was Sonic, but now it's Kiss.
Yeah, I don't know.
They changed it. And like News 1130. So I was like I was there for like 2.5 months. And I was doing like, I was just like loading MP3s into the system. That's all I was doing. Like,
okay.
It was pretty boring. Like,
yeah.
I wasn't really necessary. So when they fired me, it was like, it wasn't that,
like,
that terrible.
You're like, fair.
It was like, yeah, I wasn't really doing much anyways. So then I got another job out in Saskatchewan.
Yeah.
Saskatchewan.
We were walking through the sketchy parts of town.
Where, yeah.
Earning your man
doing
cred.
Some bad things. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh.
But yeah, I got to produce commercials.
I got to paboose.
I got to pamoose commercials.
You got to paboose. That's what they call it in Saskatchewan. I got to
paboose the commercials.
I paboosed. I paboosed, and then the commercials they just kapoofed, and there they are.
What was I producing again? The commercials.
Commercials, that's your job.
Like for like agriculture stuff and like livestock stuff. It was
fun.
Like, it was kind of an eye opener because I was like, oh, the rest of the country lives off like real work, and I have to. I sit in a radio station all day just making commercials.
Just making commercials.
So, like, got to meet some cool people. Got to do some cool stuff. And then I was like, oh, I'm getting kind of homesick, so I moved back.
Yeah.
Without any plan. And then within like a month and a half or 2 months, I got another job working in Surrey at a radio station. Not the best station I've worked for.
Is it still going?
I'll be open about it. I think it is. Okay. I haven't followed it since I left. And I left in January or February. Oh, February, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything about it.
I left because it was like, they kind of changed like the vision, I want to say. When we started, we had a one direction, but like when I left, it was a totally different direction that I did not agree with. So I was like, I'm done. And then like afterwards, I was like, I don't know, like the pay's not that good. Like there's not too much room for improvement. Like I didn't want to be on the on-air side. I was like doing the behind the scenes stuff. Like,
but now you want to be only on air as a voice actor.
Yeah, that's true. How things change.
How life's so funny.
Well, you've got like an inroads. You're an on-air personality. You could do the voiceover thing if you wanted.
Yeah, I could.
Yeah,
I could.
You're like, yeah, I could.
I could.
Yeah.
Well, my voice has gotten very. I don't know how it sounds on the podcast right now, but my voice sometimes gets really raspy because I make a lot of like dolphin jokes. I've been working on dolphin bits for the last like couple months, and it's thrashed my voice so much that I've given myself a bit of vocal damage, but it makes my voice sound so good on air.
Well, that's perfect. Like you're helping yourself when you do that stuff. Well, like I heard that people who have raspy voices, like women especially, they used to cry a lot when they were kids. So all you gotta do is squeal. Like endlessly. Yeah, not like that. But yeah, that was fucking good.
And that's like squeal like a pig, like.
Yeah, Yeah, I think it's like when kids go really crazy, or like babies go really crazy.
Living in a basement suite with 3 children under 5, I know.
Can't imagine. Well, we have kids like across the back from where I live, and I feel like there's 3 of them, and they have 1 newborn kid, so there's 4 total. They're the noisiest kids in the world.
Yeah.
Like, all they do is like run around and make noise. Like, they don't do anything productive.
It blows my mind. Like, how are people still having 4 kids in this market?
No, like,
why?
You can't afford a place big enough to live.
Yeah.
Like, with 2 people, let alone 6. Like,
yeah, you're like,
how is that possible?
Everybody. Yeah. I don't know.
It frustrates me.
Yeah. Mostly because the parents are having lots of sex.
Oh my god! Stop having unprotected sex.
I guess they're boning all the time.
Fucking bastards! Waste some protection, for God's sake.
For God's sakes.
What are you doing this weekend?
What am I doing this weekend?
Yeah, tell us your plans. Usually I ask people how their week was. I'm flipping the table right now.
You're flipping the table.
That's what our business card says. Our business card says, like, how was your week? I put it somewhere. But it says, how was your week?
You gave me your business card. It does say, how was your week? I was like, well, my week is good, but my weekend... beep, beep. Not very exciting, no.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
I work all weekend.
Yeah, so do I, so...
Yeah, it kind of is like...
But I work for JRF, and it's the most exciting job in the world.
Oh my god, guys, on the air.
On the air.
With Kelly Jug.
1 to 7.
You have a long shift, 6 hours?
It is a long shift.
On the air.
Yeah.
Like, that's hard. That's a long time to talk for.
You get a little bit weird after. I can't really talk to people after, like, for an hour. I'm just like... Like, your brain and your mouth just stop working.
Yeah, because the last time I did, like, a real on-air shift, I think, like, live on the air, I was an intern still. Like, I've done voice tracking since, which is, like, pretend live radio.
Yeah, they're like, what? There's someone at 2 a.m?
What? This is so cool.
So the last time I did it was like a 5-hour shift on a weekend when I was interning, and it was like at the end you're like you're out of breath, like you can't talk to people because like you've just been talking for 5 hours.
You're like, I'm tired. Just probably does not talk to me.
Yeah, and I didn't think like I could get tired just from talking, and then it happened.
And that does.
And I got a whole new appreciation for people like you, Kelly.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
I appreciate me too.
You know what I appreciate? I appreciate that tattoo. Is that just like is it a wolf or is it your dog that you were talking about earlier?
But my dad used to have wolves.
Like domesticated wolves?
Yeah, he had domesticated wolves.
That's so cool.
The first one was like a little bit like questionably domesticated.
Still gonna eat your face if you piss him off?
Well, the thing is, my dad had him before I was born, and then like I kind of grew up until I was like 8 or 9 with him, and he did not like me very much because I was smaller than him, and I think I think if my parents were there, he'd probably eat me.
Really?
But he's a nice wolf.
That's good.
He's dead now, so I guess
wow.
I outlived him. So.
Wow, that's kind of dark.
I guess I won this battle.
He's dead now.
Smokey just won.
That's pretty pet wolves.
Yeah.
Like, holy crap.
And then our other wolf was only half wolf, so he's a little bit more stupid, so he didn't feel like eating me.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. And
when animals don't want to eat you, it's a good thing.
It's a good thing, but I could kind of like fight back. I was like,
I'm an adult now.
Yeah.
I can kill you back, you stupid bitch.
I'll bite you.
I'll punch you right in the snout. Yeah. What is it? Do they still have noses? Like, I don't know.
Do wolves still have noses? Yeah.
Or is it a snout? Like, I don't know.
Well, I think they have noses.
Perfect.
I
got it right.
They have to breathe.
They're
an
animal expert now.
Yeah. You should
totally.
Runs a boy that runs with
I should have a TV show on Animal Planet.
Yeah. Like Actually, do you know what pisses me off?
What?
Steve Irwin's son.
Oh yeah, he's a pro like animal wrangler now.
He's 13.
I know, right?
Oh my god! And he's so well spoken.
What's like? I saw him on the Tonight Show. I think it was.
Yeah, with it was
either Tonight
Jimmy
Show
Fallon
or something else.
Yeah, he was with Jimmy, and I was like, he's 13, and I was like, he has a better like demeanor than adult like broadcasters I know. I've been in broadcasting since I was 17, and I was like, he is better.
Way better.
He's better than all of them. 13 years old.
Well, it's like him and his sister. I think he's got a sister.
Bindi, yeah.
Yeah, there we go. You know all the names.
Yeah, well, I don't know his son's name. I just saw Steve Irwin's son.
Steve Irwin's son, that's fair. But like him and his sister, like they're both doing like these live animal shows. Like,
yeah.
They teach people about animals, and it's like, dude, that's kind of fucking cool though. Like,
yeah, he's like when this grows into an adult, it can eat you. It's so awesome.
Like this snake can swallow your head whole. Like,
Jimmy Fallon's just like, oh my god,
this is great. Yeah, thanks for bringing it.
Yeah, I'm so jealous of this 13-year-old boy.
Really?
He's
because of his skills.
He's so much cooler than me and anybody I know.
Well, I mean, he grows up in Australia where everything wants to kill you. So
yeah, and he's like happy about it. He's like, when this animal grows up to full body weight, it can kill you and your whole family. Isn't that neat?
Cool, guys, right?
He'll Chris Benoit style your family, but
Jesus, I mean, his dad was killed when a stingray put a stinger to his heart.
Yeah, I just really didn't think that would be the animal to get him.
And that didn't deter the kid at all. Like, he's still like, I love animals, they're dope.
I'm gonna do the same thing.
Like, oh man, I wish I could have that kind of positive attitude. That little bastard.
I would be so scared of stingrays, but you don't really see them in the ocean, do you?
No, you don't. Well, they're like, yeah, I've never seen one before in like person.
But people go and do things like, probably like predominantly white people go and do.
Oh, white people do stupid stuff all the time.
Like swim with stingrays.
Yeah. Well, like, I want to swim with the sharks.
Yeah. Like,
and
why?
You're like wondering why your arm got bitten off. It's like, we need to kill all the sharks now. Oh, typical white person attitude.
I want to, I saw this video the other day, and it was a comedian talking about like why people have snakes as pets.
All right.
And it's just like, you could get this like fluffy rescued dog, or you get this like snake that hates you.
Slithering killing machine.
Yeah.
All they do is eat stuff.
Yeah. You're like, oh, you want to know more? Well, it has infrared vision like a predator.
Jesus Christ.
It's like, it looks like it hates you.
Snakes terrify me.
They terrify me too.
And I mean, spiders aren't as bad, but like they're still kind of scary. Like the big ones, like tarantula or like something that's like kind of big.
Yeah, I was living alone for a while, and there were spiders everywhere, so that's why I have a roommate now.
That's good. So you can like tag team, like, okay, your turn to kill this bastard.
Well, no, it's just going to be him.
Oh, that's a little one-sided, Kelly. Come on.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, the future's not perfect.
So, hey, feminism isn't good in all situations.
I only want feminism when it's beneficial to me.
When it works for me. I feel the same way, Kelly. I also want it when it works for me.
Yeah.
As a straight white male, I think it probably benefits me best when it only works for me. When it only benefits me,
that's when I want feminism. That's when I support feminism. Oh man, I'm gonna have so many Facebook lesbians after me after this podcast.
Hey, well, not everybody gets all the way through these.
Okay, yeah, that's
they get offended like in the first 10 minutes and they stop listening. They're like, I'm done with these fucking assholes.
They're like, are they both white?
Luckily, we haven't gotten any like hateful comments yet.
Really?
So that's good.
It's probably because nobody's listening.
Ouch! Why would you say that? That's so mean. On the show too, on the podcast, like people are gonna listen to this and we're like, yeah, he's right, or she's right, sorry.
I'm never having a female guest again.
Oh, man. See, my suspicions were confirmed. Ladies, just ruin it.
But, I mean, how many podcasts do you listen to start to finish?
I've only listened to, like, a handful start to finish.
Yeah.
Some of them are really long, like 3 hours long.
And, like, why?
Way too long. We try and limit ours to, like, 45 minutes to an hour.
See, I think that's a good time.
Because, like, what if someone's, like, driving to work? Like, that's, about the amount of time they're going to use.
If you're coming from Ladner to Vancouver.
Yeah, or Langley to Vancouver.
Oh, my God.
Whatever.
Well, you weren't always here, though. You were in Langley recently,
I was
I'm
in
pretty
Langley
sure.
until Friday.
Oh, you just moved here?
I just moved September 1st. Crazy how that happens.
God. Well, I had a friend of mine ask me, like, hey, can you move September 1st? It was, like, unfortunately, it was, like, a week ahead of...
Yeah.
It was like a week before, and I was like, dude, I just don't have the time to get everything together.
You're still in Ladner, I say.
I am, yeah.
How's Mom and Pa?
Well, Pa's doing pretty well. Saw Ma last night. Haven't seen her since last night, though, so I don't know how she's doing. Is she okay? Oh, my God.
So you saw Pa this morning?
Saw him this morning.
Okay, he's doing
okay.
He's
doing
good.
Okay. Yeah, but I've had so many people ask me recently, like, hey, listen, I need a roommate. Can you move downtown?
Yeah, we should do it. We hang out. Do you want to be my friend? I feel like we could be good friends.
We should be friends.
We should be friends.
I mean, like, we're on this podcast together. We might as well be friends.
We should probably just hang out regularly.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to Ladner.
Okay, fair enough.
I've never been to Langley. What? No.
I've never been to Langley before.
Is Ladner, is that Langley?
Is that like a suburb of Langley?
That's Langley?
Like Aldergrove, but like not?
They're so similar in sounds. They must be the same place.
Like totally. Like white people everywhere and cowboys.
Well, like,
what do you call them? Cul-de-sac cowboys?
Cul-de-sac cowboys.
Fucking hell. There's so many of them.
They're so entertaining.
Do you love or hate them? Because you work for a radio station that plays the music they love, like Luke Bryan and all those guys.
Yeah, well, I also...
You kind of are one? I kind of am one.
Oh. It's like, this is what I was saying the other day. There's kind of... well, I mean... you can't just judge people who listen to country music on, like, a country music concert, like, going to...
That's true.
Like, they're...
Yeah. Well, I like some country music, like, but some of it's, like, it's really bad.
Well, some of it, but same with any genre.
That's true.
There's some that's just really bad.
That's true.
There's some rap that's really bad. Have you
fair.
Have you seen Tom Hanks' son? That's some really bad rap.
He raps?
He's a rapist.
He's a rapist. Yeah, he's apparently a very good one. Not a very good one, sorry.
He's a hardcore rapist.
The guy raps so many people.
No, his name is Chet Hanks.
Chet Hanks.
He's Tom Hanks' other son because Tom Hanks has a talented son that looks just like him.
A good one.
He has a good son. He's in like the show Life in Pieces. He's
okay.
A very good comedic.
So he's another actor.
He's a very good actor.
Oh, that's good.
But then he has this other son. I guess Tom Hanks must have gotten remarried, but he has another son named Chet Hanks, and so he has this budding rap career. And but he spells Hanks Hanx.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. Doesn't that hurt?
Like, the Hanks name is already cool enough. Yeah. You don't need to change it in any way.
No, but he did, because X's make it cooler. And
X's, man.
So, I mean, there's bad music with every genre, and country music is a very cool industry. If you follow the business side of it, there is this really cool industry to follow, because there's so many things happening right now, because a lot of, like...
Right.
People who are in other genres, they're doing country music because they have a lot more creative freedom. Like Zac Brown put out an album called Jekyll and Hyde, and their whole goal was they did a country album, but it's called Jekyll and Hyde because they did a different genre of music each song.
Cool.
So they did like rap, they did EDM, and then they did. And when I was living in Alberta, there was 3 stations, and this is when the album came out. And there's a pop station, a rock station, and a country station, and all 3. They had a single off the album playing all 3 of the stations.
That's crazy.
So, but you can get away with that in country music, but like other genres, you're definitely more limited to staying in the genre. Yeah, it's kind of
staying within the walls. Well, like, what's cool about country, though, is, I will admit, as a super country fanatic, it's like they have this one city that's like the home of country.
Yeah.
In Nashville.
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of cool.
That is cool.
Where it's like, it's the center, it's almost the mecca of country music, which I'm like, what other genre can really say that it's like, it's got like a hometown almost? But Nashville has that. And it's got like the CMAs, it's got all these other festivals and shit going on.
And it's more of a community. Like country music really has this community. Like that's what I love about working for a country station. And it compares to the other genres, it has more of a community feel, which I think, and people really feel like they're a part of it.
Oh, that's fair.
And it's a very inclusive kind of feel to it.
Well, maybe like that kind of goes back to like, the small town America sound that it has. It's like, yeah, you kind of feel like you're part of this group that's, everyone's just kind of going along together and boom.
And you didn't really see, I guess maybe it's part of marketing, but they kind of like the country, they kind of have what am I saying? They kind of have an image to it.
No, yeah.
Yeah, like it's not like Justin Bieber like doing coke off some hooker's asshole, and then like they're like, oh, do we still like
Justin
him?
Bieber only does coke off models' assholes.
Only on muscle. Well, yeah.
The guy's rich, okay? He's not a hoe.
But I don't think that there's not really a lot of like country bad boys. Like it's a pretty wholesome.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, there's still
like Blake Shelton's like got a wife used to have a wife.
He used to have a wife. Well, they're much more successful now that they're divorced. So I'm not advocating.
Maybe it was
divorce.
like a public publicity stunt, or who knows? I
don't know. But Miranda Lambert's doing real well now that she's cut Blake out of her life. So
it's interesting, man.
Yeah.
There's some songs though. Like there's one guy that I work with. I work in a restaurant, and he's one of the cooks. And whenever he's working, he's like the head chef when he's working.
So he can play what he wants.
He plays what he wants on it, and he only plays like country music playlists on Spotify. Like there's some really good songs, but then there's other songs like there's one where I don't know what it's called, but it's probably called Truck Yeah. Like they say Truck
there
Yeah
is
in the
a song called Truck Yeah. It's like Truck Yeah.
Yeah, where it's like you just want to shoot yourself in the foot, or that Blake Shelton song where he's like, where he's talking about beer, talking about trucks, talking about all this other stuff. Where it's like, okay, you can do better, Blake.
Yeah,
like you can do better.
Well,
and he's a funny guy. Like
he's so funny.
He's probably a very smart dude. He's very charismatic.
He's
obviously
very tall.
He could do probably like a lot more. I don't know, deep songs.
Well, they get a lot a lot of them have writers. I think the bigger you get, the more that you have songs written for you.
That's fair.
I don't know if that's a true, but like
people come up to you like, "Hey, sing a song, make millions of dollars."
It's like with Luke Bryan. He's like a country megastar, but his lyrics of his songs are so bad.
That's fair.
Like, but they're very catchy. But they're almost like
they're dumbed down. Almost
they're dumbed down, and they're kind of like very like degrading of women.
Oh fuck.
And you're like, yeah, maybe not.
Well, he's like, yeah, he's one where I was like, I could never get into it. Like, people say, oh, here's Luke Bryan's new single or whatever. I'm like, I can't really get into this.
But, like, let's just read the lyrics of one of his last songs.
Because he's, like, part of that whole stadium country thing that's going on where it's like, it's not really, it's almost like rock and roll country.
Like, so this is a very catchy song, but let's just listen to, it's very catchy, but let's just like listen to the lyrics. Like a needle finds a groove, baby, we'll remember what to do to drown out every distraction. It's time we make it happen. Strip it down. Strip it down. Back to you and me like it used to be when it was an old black road, old black beat, cowboy boots by your little bare feet. Let it out. Tell me right now. Everything I need in them white cotton sheets. Dirty dance me slow in the summertime heat. Feel the belt turn loose from these old blue jeans. We both know what we lost it somehow. Let's get it found. Strip it down. Strip it down.
Yes, definitely objectifying.
Yeah,
just a little bit. I mean, not just a little bit, but
yeah, but like it sounds good. But like when you like any Luke Bryan song, you just read the lyrics like from a non like a cider like from objective.
God damn it, Strongbow sponsor us.
Strongbow, this is your fault. Maybe we'll take it. We just want Wonder Bread as our sponsor now.
Wonder Bread.
I don't know why I said I sponsor. This is your podcast. I was here.
Stop trying to make things happen.
I just want your gas. Like, I think I should become a podcaster now too.
Hey man, I mean, it's not a lot of investment. You just got to have a computer.
Yeah.
Like these microphones are like $60. Not that bad.
Yeah, well.
There you go. You got it, girl.
I'm too lazy. Do you want another Strongbow?
Yeah, we'll go for another one.
Okay. Very excited to do comedy now. Oh, I'm so excited. I might finish this.
Do you guys all sit in like all the comedians? I mean, sit in like the same green room, just like talking before the show?
Yeah, but usually about nothing important.
Okay. I was just wondering. I was like, what goes on back there?
In the green room.
Yeah. Well, do you guys like talk about your act, or do you just like shoot the shit?
Sometimes the only really like proper green room in Vancouver that I can think of is the Comedy Mix. Comedy Mix is the only one that has an actual green room.
Really?
But the fourth wall of the green room is the curtain separating the stage. Like,
that's weird.
Yeah. So, have you been to the Comedy Mix?
I don't think so.
So there's a stage, and then there's like kind of curtains, and the comedians come from behind the curtains.
Okay.
But right behind the curtains is the green room.
There's like 10 comedians just sitting back there, like, "Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up?" Be kind of quiet.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Well, like I imagine, like, oh, maybe you guys just sit in the audience, and then when they call your name, you just get up and you just go in, right?
Yeah. Well, I guess like with open mics, yes, but with with Yuck Yucks, they have kind of like a
set list, or
they have a corner area, which is where the comedians are supposed to sit. It's kind of like there's like
so you're all still together.
We're all still together. Yeah.
Is it ever awkward? Like you guys like no one talks, and like you're all like either nervous to go up, or you just don't want to start the conversation?
Well, I think when I first started, I was really like nervous because I felt really like insecure, and I was like, oh no, they're gonna judge me, and because like a lot of comedians are like kids that have been bullied.
Oh no.
And then they get a little bit of power because now they're funny.
Yeah, and people appreciate like their stories or whatever.
So then in return, not all, but some, they kind of get like a little bit of like, they like to be a little bit of a bully, like the better that they get. Like,
oh no.
I know, but not always, but like they get a little bit, or maybe it's just like they could be a little bit standoffish, which which is fine.
Yeah, it's not bad.
But like, so before, like when I first started, I was like, oh no, I just want them to like me and be their friend. And I was like, I wasn't really feeling like myself. But now I realize I'm like, it doesn't really matter anymore. Like,
right. You're there to do your thing.
I'm there to do my thing. They're there to do their thing. And I would rather be, like, I want to support the people. I don't want to be a dick. Like, I don't want to tear. Like, it's kind of like, it is easy to do. It's easy to, like, because you want to be the best, so it's easy to, like, look at their set and you're like, this is where they went wrong. This is where they went wrong. This is where they went wrong. They're not as good as me, or something like that. But I just kind of want the best for everyone. And, I mean, not the dicks, obviously.
Yeah, not the terrible people. Those guys can burn.
I just don't want to be a dick. Like, I probably sound like a dick just saying this, but I want to be supportive of people. And, like, I'm so new, so I don't really, like, my opinion doesn't really matter. But I don't think I really care of, like, how I'm perceived anymore.
That's
like,
fair.
Because, like, I'll be nice if we interact with each other, and I just kind of want to keep it that way. Like, I don't want to be I don't want to there's no point in being conflict. We're all, like, being vulnerable. We're all putting ourselves on stage. Like, why do we have to make this more complicated for each other?
Don't make it harder than it has to be.
So, I'm just, like, now it's like I've kind of had this moment of clarity where I'm just going to be nice to it was never not nice, but I'm just like, I'm not really gonna care what they think. Like, I'm just gonna be friendly with everyone, and I'll talk to everyone. Like,
yeah, that's a good way to go about it. I mean, if someone's gonna be shitty, like, just ignore them.
Yeah, then I won't. Yeah, I'll just ignore them. Like, but I'm not gonna.
You're being shitty right now. So.
But you know, like, when you're, like, in an uncomfortable situation, and like you're a pretty charismatic guy, and like you just kind of like shut down, and you're like, oh, I don't know what they're gonna think about me.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
Yeah. I kind of got to this point where I'm like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, there's some points where it's like, I feel like I should, like, break the ice, but, like, I kind of, like, I don't want to be that, like, I just don't know, you know?
And, like, you should have seen me yesterday. I'm really funny with my friends.
Yeah, like, I'm really good when I'm comfortable.
Yeah, and then you just get in that, like, like the new group of people, and you're like, oh, I can't be myself. And you're like, what's wrong with me? Because I'm really, like, usually, like, pretty good at talking to people.
Exactly.
So you really get kind of, like, shut down, and now I'm just like, whatever. It's like, I bomb.
I'm cool, girl.
I'm cool, guys. Cool.
So have you ever, like, I mean, I don't want to bring that, like, almost flashback memories to you, but have you ever bombed so terribly that you didn't want to do comedy anymore?
I bombed really hard my second time doing Yuck Yucks.
Ew.
Yeah. Because you don't really want to bomb during, like, at clubs. It doesn't really matter in open mics. I bomb all the time in open mics. I don't care.
Open mics are open mics. Yeah, that makes sense.
You're like, oh no, the room full of 12 comedians don't like me.
Yeah, it's all other people who are going up that night.
And they're not even, like, really watching you. They're just, like, thinking about, like, what they're going to talk about.
Yeah, their own bit.
You're like, oh no, I'm dead. Like, even I catch myself, like, I bombed so bad last week, and I was like, fuck, like, that was really bad. Like, because I was in Victoria the night before, and it went really well. And then the next, I did the same set, and I just had a feeling, I'm like, this isn't going to go well. And I, just kind of flubbed it up.
The energy was wrong.
My energy, like, I went up, and I was like, this isn't going to go well.
Oh, fuck.
Because, like, I feel like it just goes so much better when you commit to it.
And yeah, like when you go 110%, just like, I'm so going for this right now.
Yeah, and like your material might not be better, but if you just like really commit to it.
Well, the energy's behind it, so.
Yeah, then it'll be better. Like, I wouldn't say my material is great, but I'm not really a comedian that can just stand there and tell jokes. Like, I don't think I'm like that funny on my own. Like, I have to do it with facial expressions and movement. Right. And then that works for me.
You've got to kind of emote with it.
Yeah, if I emote with it, then it goes well for me. But if I just, like, I don't think I'm not the kind of comedian that could just stand there.
Yeah. Well, there's some, like, comedians who their whole thing is, like, they're awkward up on stage, and, like, that's part of their act is how awkward they are. And they're, like, just standing there telling the jokes, and, like, the jokes are funny because they're being so awkward about it.
Yeah, but you kind of got to put a personality on it.
Yeah, it doesn't really work for everybody, though.
No, but, like, I mean, a lot of comedians I see, like, they just go up and they stand there, and then that works for them. I'm like, I guess they're just funny naturally.
Yeah, they just, like, feel the magic.
I'm like, I have to move, I have to throw the audience off, and then that works for me. But, yeah. What are we talking about again?
I'm talking about comedy. About bombing, really.
Yeah.
I don't want to bring up your bad memories, but I kind of did.
I feel weird. Like, I feel like I can't, I keep doing this with them. I keep touching your microphone like weird.
I need to control the situation right now. I'm not sure what to do with my hands.
I'm like, I'm supposed to put my hands on the table and talk like this? I'll just talk like this. Like, I'm ready to stand at any moment.
Well, like when we're doing this, when I'm doing this with my brother, like I'll sit there just holding the mic stand because I'm not sure what to do with my hands.
I kind of want to put my feet up.
Yeah, because I'm like,
I feel more
otherwise I'm not sure like where to put my hands, so I'm just gonna hold onto the microphone.
Yeah, like, welcome to my home.
Even though it's on a stand, like I don't need to hold onto it, but I will anyways.
No, it's fun.
It adds a level of comfort.
It is. I was like, I would feel more vulnerable if I didn't have it in front of me. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, you're like, it's like a weapon that I can use to defend myself.
You're like, I am literally naked.
Not literally, guys.
Not literally.
I mean, we were joking about that before. Yeah. We could be doing this naked, but that would be inappropriate.
It would be. It
wouldn't be a disservice to the art of podcasting.
Is there a service to podcasting?
I mean, there's no art in it, really. It's mostly just talking about, like, we talk about things that happened to us the week before, or
yeah. How was your week?
It was pretty good.
What do you do?
It was pretty good so far. I met this. I work in a restaurant, and we had these German people who came in.
Ooh, do you meet a German girl?
Mrs. German. Well, it was a German family. So.
You met a German family.
I met a German family.
The whole family wanted to fuck.
They were like German people. Like from what my experience, are very conservative, very kind of like quiet and not outgoing. And this one, like the dad of the family, was like he was teasing me constantly and like making jokes all the time. I'm like, you're the complete opposite of what I expected from a bunch of German people.
Yeah.
Like, because he was. He's asked like, oh, what are the specials today? I was like, oh, we got sangrias on special today. We got the red sangria, we got the peach sangria, we got the blueberry sangria.
Where do you work? Can I work there?
Old Spaghetti Factory.
I should get some spaghettis.
Yeah, you should work down the one in Gastown.
That's the haunted one.
Apparently, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Do you like? I think I got something in my pocket. Do you like Hai Chew?
What's that?
It's this Japanese chewy candy that I bought the other day.
I don't know.
Oh my god, it's amazing. Try it.
You get this in Richmond?
I mean, it's kind of soft because it's been in my pocket.
That's warm.
Yeah, it's been in my pocket.
Warm.
I'm sorry, it was next to my leg. It is warm, but it adds to the experience.
It also tastes very warm.
I'm sorry.
It's so chewy.
It's chewy and it's good. Mm-hmm. It's a good kind of chewy. Let's just feel it.
Is it gum?
No, it's like a Starburst chewy candy. You can like swallow it.
Well, I don't want to swallow it now. I think it would.
Well, like obviously, you can chew on it for a while.
It's like what I imagine an elastic band would taste like.
Really? But it's like a mango flavor.
No, but like mango flavor. You know how like some people like keep those like balls of elastic bands.
Yeah. Like if you put that in your mouth, what it would feel like. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's true. Mm-hmm. You're right.
It's chew.
It's chew. It's Hai Chew, everybody.
It's chew.
Hai Chew, please sponsor us.
Hai Chew, please sponsor us.
We need someone to sponsor us.
Yeah, we're done with Strongbow now. We're breaking up.
Strongbow didn't sponsor us in the last hour.
We're breaking up with you. So. Sorry, Strongbow. We don't want you anymore.
But we keep mentioning them, so Strongbow, please sponsor us.
I didn't mean it, Strongbow.
No, well, I went to L.A. about a month ago.
Oh, did you?
We went to a Dodgers game.
With your family?
Baseball game, just my dad and I.
With your German family? Did you go with the German family?
With the German family, yeah. And like we were there, and they're handing out all these Hai Chew like samples, I guess you would say.
Like we want you to choke at this game.
Like I want to be that guy who just like goes to the front of the line of the sample table and like goes to the back, picks some more samples, just keeps circling around.
Yeah.
Like when you go to Costco and you just keep trying all the samples and then you leave because you just went there for the samples.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I haven't done that, but
never done it.
Not just gone into Costco for the samples.
You actually buy stuff.
Well, I've never had a Costco membership. I've always gone to Costco with my parents, so like I will circle around and get the samples. But my parents would, when I was a child, like I don't still go to Costco with my parents. They would
buy stuff.
They buy stuff. I can't buy stuff there. I don't have a membership.
That's true. I don't have a membership either. I gotta use my my dad's.
Do you look like? So my mom's membership, they still use her photo on the back of it from like when she was my age.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so now we could just use the same one.
Yeah, because you look very similar to your mom, I guess.
Well, she was like 27 when she got it taken.
Right.
And I'm 24, and I feel like I can just use it now.
Pretty close, yeah. Do you actually look a lot like your mom? Or? Because I don't know if I don't look a lot like my dad. I don't look a lot like my mom. I look like my brother, though. Obviously.
Well, I guess you guys are related.
Kind of. But, like, we don't look exactly like brothers. Like, if you stare at us for a while, you'd be like, yeah, I could see that. I could see that you're brothers. But, like, we're not immediately recognizable as brothers.
See, I didn't even know you had a brother until now.
Until now?
Wow.
Really? Well,
I've known you for years.
I have an older brother. Yeah, we know each other for, like, 5 years.
Yeah. You looked at your watch.
And you only just know now.
Yeah. Well, I've had a brother for like 23 years, which is like my whole life.
Okay.
And he's the co-host on this podcast.
What's his name?
His name's Lucas.
Maybe I should have looked that up before I agreed to your podcast. How old is he? Older?
He's older. He's 3 years older.
Is he wiser?
Yeah, he is. I'd say so.
Okay, what does he do?
He's I want to say it's a client support analyst, but he's like the team leader. So I won't say client support
team
cult. Leader.
He's definitely in a cult.
He's definitely in a cult.
And
they definitely worship aliens.
That's why he wasn't here today.
Yeah, he's got
he's actually just a Scientologist.
He's got a special alien worshipping seminar that he had to go to.
He's drinking some Kool-Aid tonight.
Kool-Aid, if you know what I mean. Wank, wank.
Wank, wank.
Actually, he said last week he couldn't make it to the podcast, and they said this weekend he won't be able to make it to the podcast. I was like, gotta get my friend Kelly on here.
What a dick.
Yeah, because like last time you said like let's hang out. I was in California. I was going to the Dodgers game for the Haichu.
Well, we should hang out again.
We should hang out more often.
We should do
and not podcast about it because that's just lame.
This is lame.
So lame.
Is there a lame button like lame?
Ouch! Ouch! Ouch!
Ow! Ow!
So mean. So mean. I invite you on the podcast and you slander me.
I do.
Well,
that's what I do.
I think I'm running out of things to talk about, Kelly.
Well.
Thanks so much for coming on. I appreciate it.
Okay, bye.
What you want? Is there something else you want to talk about?
No,
we can talk about more comedy. We can talk about more.
How's your weekend going?
My weekend. Actually, I might go to Seattle on Saturday.
So I thought you had to work all weekend.
I'm trying to get my shift covered on Saturday, so I don't have to work on Saturday. Hopefully.
What are you gonna do in Seattle?
I'm gonna go see a baseball game. And maybe just hang around.
Ooh, we should go to record stores.
Record stores. Are you a big record fan?
Well, I keep buying records. I don't have a record player.
What?
I know. Isn't that weird?
You can buy one at like London Drugs or something.
I know. What a useless hobby to have.
Yeah.
Don Henley.
Are you a big Don Henley fan?
I'm a big Don Henley just put out a country album too.
Really?
Yeah. See, everybody's going country.
Everything's connecting to country now.
Cyndi Lauper, Steven Tyler.
Cyndi Lauper did his country album?
Yeah, so did Steven Tyler. Steven Tyler's music video is really creepy. He's like on a... It's like he's on a commune.
Is there a country version of Girls Just Want to Have Fun on that Cyndi Lauper album? Girl just...
There's got to be a country version of...
Someone's definitely covered it country style.
Yeah. Do you see Joe Nichols put out a country version of Baby Got Back?
No.
It's actually like it's probably the song originally should have been a country song. It's
really
so good.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're going to have to look that up after this.
Exactly. I will show you.
Well, please do.
Once
we're done.
As long as I don't choke on this
Haichu. I'm sorry. I didn't realize it would be so warm. When I ate it, I was like, yeah, this is kind of gross.
This is like so warm.
It is warm. Because I forgot it was in my pocket. And it was like, it's in the pocket.
Your pockets are so... Are you an oven?
My pockets are very warm, okay?
Are you an oven?
I'm wearing long pants right now. I wouldn't think would be a thing in the middle of September, but that smoke that we've been getting is so brutal.
He's got like nervous white boy sweat, and we're just like...
I always have nervous white boy sweat, no matter how hot it is outside. Every time I step out the door.
I always feel like I'm talking to a crowd of strangers, even though nobody's there.
Yeah, it's just me talking to the wall. For real.
For real.
Although I think I'm going to have to cut this short because I have to pee.
Yeah, well, I do too, so you can go pee first.
Okay, well, let's cross the stream.
Okay, bye.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for having me.
You can find us on wonderboys.ca. That's our website.
That's our website.
Twitter and Instagram at WonderboysCast, iTunes, Google Play, other places. I'm sure if you Google us, you can find us wherever you want. Mm-hmm. And find Kelly at jrfm.com. Is that JRFM?
Yeah, well, it's jrfm.com where you can...
you listen to your show on the weekends, 1 to 7?
1 to 7, Saturday and Sunday. For now, I don't know what's going to happen.
Who knows?
Or
you can find her at Vancouver Comedy Club.
Yeah, or you can find me at a Vancouver Comedy Club, which would be really cool, because sometimes I like having people there, but sometimes I don't. But
sometimes when I bomb, I don't want to have people there.
Sometimes I want to just, like, die. But, Yeah, Comic Club. Great. That'd be great.
Thanks, Kelly.
Thanks for having me.
Talk to you later.
See ya. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Well, you're still in my house, but okay.
Last night, I had a dream about you. In this dream, I'm dancing right beside you. And it looked like everyone was having fun. The kind of feeling I waited so long. Don't stop, come a little closer. As we jam, the rhythm gets stronger. There's nothing wrong with just a little fun. We were dancing all night long.
Body up, say remember. Body up, dancing in September. Body up, never was a cloudy day. Body, 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 body,
The time is right to put my arms around you. You're feeling right, you wrap your arms around you. But suddenly, I feel the shining sun. Before I knew it, this dream was all gone. Oh, I don't know what to do about this dream and you. I wish this dream comes true.
Do you remember the 21st night of September? Love was changing the minds of pretenders while chasing the clouds.